Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated posture on your mat. And we'll begin with some warm-ups. Warm-ups are called pratapana, and that translates to moving closer to the sacred fire. So we are warming up the body, which keeps us safe, and it also gets us out of our head and into the somatic, or the body experience, which has its own language and wisdom and requests and denials. It's a whole world here. And so we want to ignite the fire inside, this sacred fire. And it illuminates for us what we need to see, what we've forgotten, what we've ignored, and what needs to be revealed to us. And so this fire inside is both literally heat, but also figuratively, symbolically, an illumination of truth inside. And so I like to frame warm-ups like that for you so that it doesn't just feel like we're warming up like it's gym class or some aerobics. This is truly a stoking of the internal truth and fire so that we can see clearly what we need, who we are, and where we're going. What do you think about that, Wilby? Does that sound okay? All right, Wilby's on board. Take your hands to the knees. Let's begin to roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. While you're doing this, start to deepen a connection with breath. Go the other direction. And one more time, going up, back, and down before you slowly settle them, the shoulder blades down into the back body. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lifting up. And exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing back. Seated cat and cow. Inhale. And exhale. Stepping forward into the moment, sun energy. And an exhale, retreating back into safety, into calm, moon energy, right here in the body, right here in the spine, symbolically, with action and inaction. Okay, let's bring it back to center and then take the body forward and to the left, back, right, and forward, and then smooth out those edges, going slowly in a circular motion. Thinking of like your spine and your pelvis is like a mortar and pestle, and it's just rocking forward and around to sort of conjure up, stir up latent energy in the spine. Good. Go the opposite direction. The breath is present now. We're deepening inhale, deepening exhale. And slow it down so you can come right back up to center. Inhale, the arms lift T position. And let's lower our left arm down, stretching overhead with the right. Reach down, support the head, and then inhale, drive your elbow away from the body. If you can, look up, find a slight twist through your torso, and breathe deeply. Arm lifts back up. Inhale and exhale, lower it. And we're going to flap like a giant eagle wing here, opening, expanding, and exhale, closing in. Full inhale. Good. Really deepen the breath here. Get a full chance, full breath in, expanding through the lungs, and then exhale, get it all out. We don't want to miss any opportunities here to really start to kick up some energy in the body. One more time. And inhale brings us up and over. Now swaying palms side to side, never really stopping. Finding a constant slow movement side to side. And the next time you're over to the right, pause here. Reach, drop down, grab the head with your hand, lightly supporting it, and then drive the elbow toward the wall as you ground through that pelvis, breathing into your side body. Feels okay. Get a gentle twist of the torso, gazing up. Extend the arm up overhead and fill. Inhale. And on an exhale, begin to flap that wing down, closing into softness. And inhale, exploding open with energy. Just twisting inward, a slight rotation of the trunk of the body, also helping us to squeeze the abdominal muscles, aiding in digestion and elimination. Think of it like squeezing or wringing out a towel. Pratapana, moving closer to that sacred fire. Right now, the air, the oxygen is stoking that internal fire inside, and we're building that heat. 2 more times. Inhale brings you up, and then let's sway like a palm tree, side to side. Beautiful. Finding yourself stillness. And let's bring that left knee forward and take the right leg back behind you. Hands on either side of your knee, dolphin pose or dolphin dives. Inhale as you lift up, gaze up. Really think of chin lifting so we can open up through the thyroid gland. And then exhale, start to tuck the chin, roll through the spine. Come all the way down. If you can, touch your nose to the mat. And then inhale, jumping right out of the ocean waves again. We dive in. And here we're able to really open up and massage the vertebrae and muscles of the back. The pushing vertebrae towards the wall behind you. Inhale, we come up, take that back leg, bring it around. Try not to touch the foot to the floor. Mermaid tail, we're going to bring it way back and around. Starting to warm up the hip joint, psoas muscle, quadricep, and all those fun ligaments inside. 1 more. Leg comes back around, and let's switch it up. So right knee is down, left leg is back. Frame that front knee. Inhale, open it up. Dolphin dives. Chin to the sky, opening up. Glands and throat chakra. We get a lot stuck here, right? We don't really say what's on our mind when we get stuck here thinking blame and shame and guilt. And so this area is very important for the thyroid gland, but also for our ability to speak truthfully, that we open it up. And inhale, we rise up. Take that back leg up, mermaid tail, we fling it around and back. Try not to knock over your household possessions if you have them around you. Try not to whack that heavy brass Shiva statue here, because that would hurt. A couple more times. Building that heat, right? We can feel that fire right now in that hip joint as we're trying not to let it touch the ground. 1 more time. And the next time the leg goes behind you, let's leave it there. Come up onto your palms and step back with that right leg coming into our first downward facing dog. Gently walking in place. Swaying the hips so you can let one heel softly come down toward the floor. It doesn't have to touch. Dropping the knees to the floor, tabletop. Inhale, lift the nose, lift your tailbone. Exhale, it's round. Bring the knees together, right leg extends back. Left arm lifts, thunderbird. Inhale, grow long here and stretch from heel to hand. And exhale, bring it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, come into the center line of the body, round a little bit like the cat pose, and then inhale, open up long. The next time you open up, stay there. And this is a great place to stay, or if you want to go a little deeper, reach back, find that foot, and on an inhalation, send that foot back, stretching into that left shoulder, softness through that left shoulder. Dropping your right ear down toward that right shoulder, gently breathing into the side of the neck. Release the foot, swing it forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and then drop it down and extend out. Arms T position, palms shining forward like headlights. Lifting up through the sternum, through the breastbone. That upward lift will take any compression off of the low back. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Hands to the earth. Curl your back toes under. Come to seated. Runner stretch, folding forward. If that doesn't feel good, sitting on that back heel feels impossible, no worries. Just hover like I'm doing right here. And work on knee being bent, slightly bent or straight. And you can fold that way. 2 more deep breaths. Last breath. On an inhale, we come forward. Straighten out that back leg. Stay on the ball of the back foot, rising up into a high lunge. Shoulders stacked over the hips. Core engaged. Take your left hand onto the navel, right hand on top of the left. Breathe. Shoulders opening up. Bring the shoulder blades together in the back body to expand through the chest. This is the metaphorical place of the fire, the hara, the belly. So we're generating awareness of mind into the place of fire. Straighten the leg as you inhale. Exhale, let's drop it. Repeat that. As you rise, we're straightening the legs, but also there's this feeling of the crown of the head reaching up, like everything's kind of getting sucked up into this giant straw overhead or something like that. And then exhale, we're able to sink back down away from it. Rising, sinking. One more time. Hands come down, they part right around that knee, and they melt into the floor. Step back to your plank pose, knees, chest, chin. Slide the legs away, baby cobra. Tops of the feet are pressing. Hover your hands. Push down with the pubic bone. Inner thighs are rolling up toward the ceiling so you can drive the pinky edge side of the foot down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let out a sigh. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. From the downward facing dog, come forward, drop the knees down and bring the knees together. Left leg extends back, right arm lifts, Thunderbird. Inhale, stretch long, exhale, bring it in and repeat. When you bring it into the central line here, squeeze the core. Feel this. It's not about speed, it's about quality of movement and staying present. The next time you open up, let's stay there. Reaching back if you want. If you tried it on one side, try it on the other and extend. Reach that foot back and up. Softening and breathing into that right shoulder. Swing that foot through the top of the mat. And inhale, reaching up, bend at the elbows, and then extend forward. Feel your left hip slightly moving back, right hip slightly going forward, squaring up the hips with the front of the mat. Palms rotated forward. Reach out through that middle finger. Breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Hands drop down to the floor. Curl your back toes under for that runner's stretch. Sitting on the heel, folding forward. If that's not an option, doesn't feel good, no worries. You can always roll the side of the mat too to give yourself a little cushion. Couple more deep breaths right here. Still in that zone of pratapana, moving closer to that sacred fire. And now that sacred fire is really, I can feel it even in my back body here. There's a lot of heat, a lot of warmth in the body. Slowly come forward, stacking your knee over the ankle, ball of the back foot as we rise up here. Inhale. Arms stretch out, and then take the left hand over the navel, right hand on top of the left. Breathe. Stretching back, gently reaching, pressing that heel back into the earth. Left hip is coming back, right hip going forward a little bit. Shoulders open, elbows hugging back toward the rear of the mat. Soft gaze, deep breath. Exhale, we straighten the leg. Inhale, let's drop in. Exhale. Inhale. Mirroring our movements, the corresponding breath. Building that fire in the thighs and through the psoas muscle. Last one. And the next time you bend the knee, part the hands right around that leg, melt the hands into the mat, step back, knees lower. Exhale, the chest and chin lower as well. Slide the legs away. Inhale, baby cobra. Or if you want a little more work, push into the hands. Shoulders down, elbows in, full cobra. And exhale, we lower. Take it back into child's pose for some rest. Let out an audible sigh. And we're going to take a peek here at headstand. This is a scary pose for a lot of people, but there's places you can stop along the way to make it feel very accessible and comfortable. Contraindications: if you have high blood pressure that's unmedicated, headstand may not be for you. If you have high blood pressure and it's medicated, you should be okay, but still also just listen to your body, always. No matter what, listen to your body. Pregnancy is not recommended to go upside down, unless, of course, you've talked to your GP. Menstruation. Sometimes women do not like to go upside down when they're menstruating, but I don't mind it personally, so it's preference, woman by woman. Neck injury at all, you'll want to do a softer variation, which I'll show you first. So let's look at just going upside down at a very simple posture called hare pose, like a rabbit, hare pose. Curl the toes under. I'll demonstrate it first. If you want to watch or follow right along, you can always pause it, rewind it, and do it again. Inhale, I open up. And then exhale, I tuck my chin, start to roll all the way down. Reach back, find the heels. I'm on the forehead, but then I roll to the crown of the head. so that the thoracic vertebrae sort of popping through the shirt here. And this is it. To exit, come down into the tops of your feet, lower like child's pose, and then you can roll right up. And just like any inversion, you want to avoid turning your head left or right because of the weight that is on the cervical vertebrae.